Let's see if it worked this time. Hey everyone, if you are joining me replay, welcome. If you didn't catch me and you want to catch me live, just remember I'm going to be on every Tuesday night. And you can see kind of where to find me and all of that in the description down below. I've been trying to go live here for a minute and I was having technical issues. I am finally monetized, you guys. Woo-woo! And so people were in the chat, but like I didn't have a chat box. It was like the weirdest thing ever. So I think it was just like figuring out how to do it normal again or how to show the chat. I'm hoping is gonna work. Can somebody throw up something in the chat? Yay! Okay, Heidi. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was so weird. I was checking on my phone and I could see you guys on my phone, but my chat box was just like completely missing. Awesome, you guys! You guys, I have a super chat button now. I'm so excited. I can't believe I actually got this. Yay, Shanna. Well, and it's so weird because tonight I normally have my group nights, but we had too few people sign up. And so if I have under a minimum amount of people, it just doesn't make sense to get together. So tonight's group got canceled and I was like, well, I'm going to jump on. I actually was just on TikTok live trying to like figure out how that worked. And I was like, not enjoying this. I'd rather jump over to my YouTube. Can I react to Jimin and Choe? That's a little off-brand for me, but I will check it out, Sheila. Hey, everybody. So tonight's theme is, it is meant to be. Tonight's theme, what did I say the stream was called? It was something about expecting the unexpected. The amount of things that have happened in the last week, you guys, for me has been bizarre. It's been crazy. And I think I've just have this message that's coming through for myself and for everybody of like things can change overnight. And I think a lot of times we expect things to take forever to change and we feel like we have to put in a lot of hard work. And it brings up the manifestation affirmation that I always think about. And it's like, what if this did work out? What if it's not hard? What if it's easy? And I think that's just a great attitude moving forward into this next month. Also, tomorrow's a new moon, so maybe you can use that as your manifestation for the next month. Okay, but it's so good, the song. I'll check it out. But yeah, so Sheila is following me over from TikTok. So one of the things that happened last week, I jumped on like TikTok like 2 or 3 weeks ago just to like play around and have some fun. I uploaded like a few psychic videos trying to like promote myself over there. And then I uploaded a video of my son dancing to a BTS song. And you guys went bonkers viral. Like I have like almost 3,000 followers now on TikTok, and it happened in like days, and it was just like insane. And I'm trying to like figure out how TikTok works at the same time. But anyways, and I was getting all these messages before about like something good is about to happen, something awesome is about to happen. And then at the same time, I got monetized last week. Like I had the requirements a little bit earlier, but I was kind of waiting to have the final approval. So final approval came through, finally got monetized. And then I just had this amazing session with a client at her house this weekend. I did a house clearing, which I filmed myself. So you guys will see that soon. But yeah, message from spirit just being like, things can change quickly and expect them to. And don't feel like you're ever stuck. Things can happen overnight. As far as asking questions, we're going to play a game. We play games here in a second. And if you want to donate, then you can skip the games and just get a reading right away. And I have super chat, so yay. So yeah, so how I start my nights is we do a reading for everyone for the group. So if you have a question, you can sort of send me the energy, ask that question, and I kind of try to give everyone a general reading of like what we need to know right now going into the next week. And then we jump into individual readings. And I'm already having a feeling that I'm going to do speed readings. I kind of really enjoy ending the night on speed readings so that you guys feel like you all get some question or answer to your question, even if it's like quick and fast. So stick around for that. But let's do the group reading. So again, send me energetically your questions, send the universe your question, and I'm just going to ask the guides, what do we need to know going into this next week? I just feel, I don't know about you guys, but this summer energy is coming in hot. And I just feel like there's going to be so much change. I am seeing like 5s everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Interesting. Okay, so we have, this is a group reading for everybody. Even if you are watching replay, this still applies to you. Intention. Oh, and I forgot to say, the reason why I'm not in my shed is because I had so many video issues and internet issues, but I have a new webcam on the way and a new Wi-Fi booster on the way. So whoever it was that gave me that idea last live, thank you. It's on the way. I want to be back out there soon, but it was to the point like where it was making my videos awful. And I was like, you know what? I hate this background, but we're going to be in here because it's more important that you be able to see and hear me. So group reading. So I'm pulling intention reversed. So I think our guides are asking us, what's your intention? What are you doing right now? What thoughts are you putting out into your reality? Because sometimes we can be putting out stresses and worries or negative feelings. And then what happens is we end up unknowingly manifesting it because we're constantly thinking about the negatives. We're constantly thinking about lack. And so they just want to ask you, what's your intention? Like, what is it that you're putting out to the universe? And you might be like, I don't know. And that's okay. You don't have to know. The more important thing here is that you're setting good intentions moving forward. This card makes absolute sense kind of with what's been going on. Metamorphosis. Everything is changing right now. Everything is going through this huge, beautiful transformation. Things are just like right on the edge. We're about to shift into this new energy. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like with the moon, just because I'm feeling like so drawn to learn about all of that stuff, all of the astrological stuff. And then it's about listening. And I'm hearing that this is listening to your intuition. And also if other people, if any of you are having questions more related to like other people, are you really listening to them? Are you thinking about their wants and desires, and maybe, are you respecting their space or their boundaries? Are you listening to your own heart's desires is what I'm hearing. Again, I'm sort of feeling like these two are intertwined. It's like, what is this intention that you're setting? And then are you paying attention to the signs coming your way? And I feel like these are the only things right now that are sort of blocking us from getting fully into this transformational energy of like moving forward into this change. It's, are you listening to your intuition? Are you paying attention to those signs? Because you could be manifesting things really well, but if you don't know, or if you're not paying attention to your guides sending you whatever you're asking for, and you're just kind of letting it fly by you, then you're sort of missing out on all those opportunities. And then just making sure that your intention is a good intention, that it is an intention and not like a worry or a stress or a focus on the lack, or even focusing on the past or the future too much. Really grounding yourself in the present and expecting things to come your way. That has been like the message this last week. Expect things to come your way. Believe that it will happen. And I'm such like a person that is such a worrier, and I don't even really like to believe that things are going to happen for the best. I'm such a pessimist sometimes, and I used to not be that way. But I've been really trying to step into the energy of expecting good things to happen, expecting things to come my way, expecting things to work out easily. There was once a quote that I heard that's coming to mind, and it was something about like, we always think that with spiritual things that we have to like work hard or really transform or go through this crazy process of going to hell and coming back, like figuratively in life, in order to have progress. But one of the things that this quote said, I wish I never remember it, but it was something along the lines of like, what if that change was easy? What if spiritual progress happened quickly and fast and easily, and it didn't require all this crazy hard work. And I think that that's like the energy we need to think about. That's the intention we should be setting, is this is going to happen tomorrow. This is going to happen awesome, or in a really great way for us. And it's going to be good. And I'm not going to have to put in too much work. And then just knowing too, with intention setting, like if it doesn't happen, don't get derailed. You know, that's the whole point of your intention, is you got to hold that flame of hope every single day moving forward. Because it's more about what is your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What intention are you putting out? Your thoughts create your reality. So if you're constantly standing in this energy of things are about to change, things are coming my way, good, I'm expecting good things, then you're just going to keep attracting it. And it's been funny because I've been seeing a lot of people in my personal life who are sitting in the exact opposite energy. And I can see how like all these bad things keep happening to them over and over again. And it's like, just expect things to be good. And not saying that some of that isn't fate and you can't control that. But it's really about mindset at the end of the day. And if you're constantly thinking about what you don't have, even if you have amazing things coming your way, it's like you can't see it. I hope that makes sense. It's just this very like powerful, like solar plexus energy is sort of what I'm getting. So that's kind of the group message for this week. Really shift your thoughts. Really shift your thoughts to create your reality. I can't even remember how I found you last week, but I'd love to know if I get. We'll do individual readings in a second. Sorry. Hi everyone. I feel like there's something I'm bound for. Maybe that's this thing that's coming in, Shanna. Oh, I haven't even looked yet, Sheila, but thank you. I've literally just moved from outside to back inside. I was just on TikTok live testing that out. And I was like, I don't have too many people here. I'm going to just jump on YouTube. Hello, Silly Rabbit. I'll check though, Sheila. Thank you for the follow and thank you for subscribing. So that was the message for everyone. Now we're jumping into individual readings. And so what I do is I play guessing games, and whoever guesses the thing that I'm thinking of gets the reading. And then I kind of do a few minutes with that person, and then we play again. If you don't want to wait, send me a donation. I now have Super Chat. Woo! So you can send me a donation through Super Chat. Show your support for Psychic Lauryn. That's so cool. Custom emojis. I'm just going to look at this really quick. Do I have to make custom emojis? I might have to like figure out how to do that. But I also have Super Chat. If you want to not wait, get your reading right now. And then that's sort of how the night works. So if anyone donates, we'll get to you first, and then otherwise we'll jump back into those free kind of guessing game readings. How do I get rid of this? There we go. Okay. You also got the workbook. Yes, Karen Fox. Karen Fox was my mentor. I literally had a reading with her just like a few months ago. She is like my idol. I love her. She taught me everything that I know. Cool. That looks like a nice Oracle deck. Yes, this is the Enchanted Map, and I have all of my Oracle decks linked in my description down below if you're ever interested in like purchasing one because you really like the artwork. Thanks, Sheila. Thanks for subscribing. All right, guys, let's do a guessing game. So if you can think of the color that I am thinking of, then you get this next reading. And the reason why I do guessing games is just to make it fair to everybody. And I also set the intention that whoever needs it the most gets it. And it also forces you guys to use your psychic ability and try to pick up telepathically what I'm sending you. So I'm sending you a color. Try to connect to my energy, figure out what that color is, put it in the chat, and if you guess it, then you get the reading. And again, if you don't want to wait, send me a donation. I just want somebody to use the Super Chat tonight so I can see how it works. Can't wait to crack into it. Yes! I hope you love it, Shanna. Let me see if anyone's gotten it yet. I'm going to just move this a little bit more so I'm a little more centered. gotten some that are close. I think you guys might be like picking up on a very close color. It's kind of interesting. Lots of orange guesses. Nobody's gotten it yet. Lots of people in here. Thank you guys for joining. Happiness, you got it. Bam, it's brown. Brown. Brown is happiness. Let me know one question in the comment what you have, and I will pull a card for you. And then we'll jump back into doing more guessing games. Again, if you don't want to wait, send a donation. Me put orange. A lot of people put orange, and that's why I was like interesting, because I picked brown, and I feel like that's kind of very close color-wise. Happiness. Oh, wow. It's funny, too, because I feel like a lot of people jumping on for their first time will end up guessing, and sometimes people will be like, I don't know. I don't have a question. I'm psychic. Oh, not really. Yes, everyone is psychic. If you're new to my channel, I believe everyone has a psychic ability. It's just, is it honed? Is it practiced? And I think of it like a muscle. You know, the more you go to the gym, the more you work out, the more you strengthen that muscle, the stronger the muscle gets, the more weight you can use, the more you can rely on it. But you can't expect to go into the gym for like a day, work out a muscle, and then come out buff the next day. You have to constantly practice and get better and understand like how your guides speak to you, how you receive information, like which clairs you use. I have all these videos sort of on my channel, but I believe everyone can learn, and that is exactly my story. Like, I wasn't born with this. I literally had a dog that died in 2014, went to a pet psychic. She blew my mind, and I was like, I want to learn how to do this. And I just put in a lot of time and effort and practiced a lot and a lot and a lot. Did a lot of readings over the years, and now I'm doing these all the time. And it's purely because I'm just practicing a lot. I feel like having an orange. So my point, happiness, is you are psychic. But how does Mo feel about me? I'm going to start with a card. Oh, wait. Well, I want to, I can't decide what deck to use. I knew that I was going to get relationship questions tonight, and this is like, I love using this mermaid deck for relationships. So sorry, I'm going to shuffle again. So happiness, I want to know how Mo feels about you. I'm getting like mixed energy. I'm getting a time out. I feel like he's been thinking too much about it. Like, I feel like that mixed energy, that it's like he's thinking about you in that way, and then he's like denying himself, and then he's like interested, and then he's like, no, I shouldn't be interested, or maybe I'm not interested. He's just like all over the place. And so he's like taking a break from it. He's just kind of like, I just need to stop thinking about it for a second. So happiness, I would give the energy just a little bit of space. Not because you're doing anything wrong. It just feels like he's thinking a lot about it. And I feel like, oh my gosh, I have a super chat. Thank you, Shanna. I'm so excited. Oh, I wonder if I can set minimums. I'll have to figure that out. Anyway, so yeah, Mo, he's just like going back and forth. I would give him some space to let him go through it. And then I'm just feeling happiness like baby steps. Like, baby steps, don't overwhelm him, because he's already overwhelmed himself, if that makes sense. Yeah. I feel like you can just give him like little pushes, but give it a bit. Because he's just, I don't know why he's so much in his head about it. I think he's somebody who's been rejected too many times and has been self-conscious a lot. So I think he's just got a lot of junk going on there for sure. Awesome. Thank you, Shanna. Okay, so Shanna, I've never done that before. That was fun. Thank you, Shanna. That's such a cute little emoji. I'm just like messing around with it really quick. I can report it. I can remove it. I can put you in timeout. I'm not going to do that. Cool beans. I'll have to see if I can set. Shanna, let me know if you do have a question for sending that. I'm happy to pull a card for you. Tell Mo that me happy. Interesting, because I thought he ghosted me. I think he's very much thinking about you, Happiness. Like, it feels like he's just like all over the place. So it's coming out in like ghosting, because I mean, I pulled the timeout card. And you know, looking into the future, he might decide to reach out. He might not to ever, but right now he's just like in this place where he's like on the fence. He can't decide. That's kind of like the energy I'm reading right now. And know, if you haven't ever had a psychic reading before, know that the future can change. So I'm reading the energy right now. Something could happen tomorrow that completely changes everything. But Happiness, like, I do feel like getting in person would be a lot better than like messaging him. I should have said that earlier. Hello, Samantha. Hey everybody, welcome. We are doing guessing games. So if you can guess the thing that I'm thinking of, then you get the reading. If you don't want to wait, send me a super chat. I should have said like a $5 minimum to get a question answered. Anything above that, I will just spend a longer amount of time. But yeah, let's do another guessing game. And I think towards the end, I might do speed readings if I don't get too burnt out. Thank you, Samantha. Samantha, let me know if you have, I'm new to super chat, so forgive me, you guys, but let me know if you have a question, Samantha. Because I know that some people just send super chats to just like be noticed and like send love, you know? But I've only ever seen super chats used as like questions for readings. Anyway, playing around with new things tonight, guys. I'm finally monetized. Thank baby Jesus. You're welcome, Happiness. All right, let's do another guessing game, and then Samantha, I'll get to you. Also, Shanna, if you guys had a question. Are you Canadian? I seem Canadian. I am not Canadian, but I will take that as a compliment. I'm from the US. I'm in Colorado. It's sort of similar vibe, so I could see why you'd think Canadian. Okay, so Samantha, really quick, since you sent a super chat, yeah, only if you see anything for my relationship with my husband. Yes. Okay. No worries. Okay. I love pulling this card. I love pulling this card for relationships. So Samantha, the vulnerability card, like, I immediately think of Brene Brown. And if anyone is like really interested in this topic, go watch her. Like, she did like a TED Talk, and it's on Netflix, all about vulnerability in relationships. And I think your guides are like, if you're wanting to take this to the next level, because I feel like there's just some stagnant energy there. It's like there's not anything bad, but it's also just like not progressing. Being vulnerable is like the key to kind of moving forward. And this is like saying what you really feel and being honest, but not in like a mean way. It's like coming and saying, I feel like, you know, you hate me all the time, or I'm not doing a good. One of the examples that she used is like her and her husband were swimming, and her husband was actually like in the middle of having a panic attack, and she was like trying to talk to him, and he was like sloughing her off because he was just trying to like stay afloat and get to the other side of like the creek or whatever. And so instead of like explode at him, she said, I feel like the story that I'm trying to tell myself is that you hate me and you're ignoring me and you're going to leave me or whatever. And then, you know, it opened up the space to not be like a fight. And it came across more as like, this is what I'm telling myself. I could be wrong. What are you feeling? And he sort of was like, oh my gosh, no, I was having a panic attack. Like, you know, I'm glad you said it in that way. And they avoided like this big miscommunication. And they were able to just be honest. Like, it's like that deep honesty at the end of the day. I don't know if that story made any sense, but like that's the example she used. So deep vulnerability, Samantha. And then I pulled visions. This literally says clairvoyance and psychic images, seeing out of body travel. So I think, Samantha, with your relationship, just know that you can use your intuition in your relationship. You can ask your guides, you can stop and pull some cards and be like, what is going on here? Like, how can I improve this? Like, get creative with like how you ask your questions, because I feel like you have a lot of psychic information coming your way. And maybe you just like aren't aware of your abilities, or you're not tapping into it, or you're just not putting in, the time to like receive. But vulnerability is like the huge thing. And I feel like it's just going to take your guys' relationship to the next level. Open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. And the thing is like, think about it. This is how your relationship started. Like, that's how things started. You're vulnerable with each other. You're honest. And just know that this person will always love for you and care for you. And so it only is going to make things better. I hope that makes sense. Thank you, Samantha, for the donation. I'm catching up on chat. So really quick, I'm going to answer Shanna's question. I think I just want to know if there's a change in job or location-wise, and if so, any hint of what direction possibly. I'm okay where I'm at, but I feel like there's something I'm meant to be doing. Let's ask for a sign for Shanna. Just kind of looking at your question. No, that's not the card. Hey guys, if you're just joining me, I am just reading some of these super chats really quick, and I'll catch up on the comments. And then we'll jump back into doing free readings, and we play guessing games. And so you can sort of guess and hopefully get your question answered. And then I'll probably end the night with speed readings. Shanna, this has something to do with your inner strength. The part of you that feels like you're meant to be doing something is this part of you that you are unleashing. You're unleashing this inner strength. It's like, Shanna, you're starting to rely on yourself more, and you're finally starting to step into your power of like, you know what? I don't have to rely on anyone. I can be the one that does this. Like, I can take care of myself in a way. Like, even if somebody else is like taking care of you, I feel like you're just on this precipice of like, you are going to carry your own destiny. Like, that's the words that I'm hearing. I'm trying to be much more aware of the present and seeing signs. Yeah. I'm just seeing if there's like, I feel like this is a very earthly card too. So I'm wondering if your job, if it has something to do, if there's a job change and it has like something to do with like an environmental thing, or maybe something where you're traveling more. Location wise though, like literally I feel like the world is your oyster. Like, it can be anywhere. Like, it literally, like, I feel like this card came up because your guys want to literally say like it can be anywhere on the globe. And what I'm hearing, Shanna, is like not to stress out about it too much, because I feel like I just feel like if you're focusing on this inner strength and stepping into this power, those steps are going to come next, and you're going to see it, and it's going to be like super clear is what I'm hearing. So like, I feel like what you're feeling right now, Shanna, is that precognitive, like premonition, like you feel like something is about to happen. So premonitions, you guys, are when you have a gut feeling about something in the future, but you just don't know what it is. Like, you don't know what's coming, but you might feel like it's super bad, or you might feel like it's super good. You just like, you have no other information, but you just have this feeling. And so Shanna, I think you're sensing it. You're sensing it coming in, which makes total sense with that like earlier group reading that I pulled. And so you're just like early to it, but it's all going to unfold. Just trust, and just keep this at your core. Just keep this inner strength and this self-dependence first. And then it's all going to, like, I just see like cards. Like, I don't know why I'm seeing cards, but it's like they're all fall out in front of you, and it's like clear as day. Like, I'm not even feeling like I need to go further into it, because you're going to figure it out. It's making my heart tingle. Thank you, Shanna. Hey guys, welcome. Sorry, I'm catching up on live chat. And thank you, I am love. I am love. Please send me your question. If you don't have a question, that's okay too. Thank you guys for your super chats. I'm so excited. I'm finally monetized. So this is the first night with my super chats. I've been waiting for this day for like ever. Tonight is a good night. Hang on, let me catch up on your comments. My big sister has that. Vancouver Island. Awesome. Hey everybody. Sorry. So I read the donations first, and then once I'm caught up on donations, I'd kind of jump back into free guessing game reading. So stick around. Where was I at? That was C. Okay, that was Shanna's question. Do you do personal private readings? Yes. If you go on my website, you can see I do email readings that are 15-minute email readings. I also do 30-minute readings, and those can be done on the phone or on video or in person if you're in my area. And I also do 60-minute and an hour and a half, and that's also like phone, video call, whatever you want. So yes, definitely do those. I personally recommend those because we can go deeper into things versus just like these online lives. You know, I spend time, just a little bit of time on everybody, but I don't want to like go too deep into one person because then it just doesn't make it fair for everybody. Hi, liked and sub. May I ask? We ask questions based on the guessing games and the donations. Oh, you saw that already. Thank you, Shanna. Hi, Angela. Welcome. All right. I love some messages. Let's get some messages for I am love. That was perfect. Thank you, Shanna. My name is Andrea. Thank you, Andrea. That helps. If you guys send your name too, that helps me, especially if your like handle is not like the same as your name. That was my first ever reading. Awesome, Shanna. Did it hurt? I always say that. Everyone's like, I've never gotten a reading before. And I'm like, I don't bite. It doesn't hurt. I promise. People, nobody ever laughs when I say that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm actually going to be reading at an event in person next week. I'm so excited to be doing like tarot readings in person again. Thank you, Samantha. Okay, you're wondering about your relationship with Robert. So I'm reading I Am Love. Do I have to like click on you to like make you... Oh, I see. I'm messing around with my stuff. I'm learning it. Okay. Your relationship with Robert. I Am Love. Can I ask you, when you say my relationship with, are you already with him? So that's how he sees you right now. This is how you see him. And I want to pull a core card. Which card? I'm still going to use this core card. Okay. He sees you. You see him. You probably never gotten that before. So people say some funny things. I love it though. Definitely not my heart tingle, but I know what you mean. I know that feeling. So this is for Andrea. So this is how he sees you, which is awesome. I love this card. This card is like, you are a goddess. You are just like next level. Like I'm almost getting like intimidating. Like he might be a little bit intimidating to you. We've been seeing each other waiting to make it official. Gotcha. Yeah, I think he looks up to you so much. It feels more like he's intimidated and he's scared of messing up. And that might be why he's so hesitant. I'm just feeling out this card. It just feels like you are so centered in yourself, which is such a great place to be in a relationship, by the way. When you are in a relationship and you are just like not being you, not being genuine to who you are, you just like attract the wrong people and the wrong things. But he's just like almost like, I don't deserve this person. Like, and he's so worried that he's going to screw it up. And this is funny because I pulled for you how you see him. This is the receptivity card, and it's in reverse, which to me is like, okay, you feel like you're not getting very much from him. You're probably a little bit impatient, and you're like, what is going on? Why isn't this moving faster? And it's about like you just feeling like you're not receiving very much from him, which makes sense with kind of what you're saying. Like you're waiting to make it official. You're not quite there yet. So I'm getting this is just confirmation of where you're at. And then I pulled this core card. Rapid development, excellence, success. The energy for you guys tonight is just crazy, like good stuff. All of you guys have good stuff coming your way. If you found me tonight, all of you, this is the message, like something good is coming around the corner. And sorry, I'm going to take a pause. I am love to tell everyone this like story that I heard. And this is like a story of like, don't give up when you are this close. And it was about some guy, he invested in this like gold machine. This was in some money making book, money mindset book. He invested in this machine that like dug into the ground and dug up gold. And he took it out to this place that he thought had a lot of gold because he found it like around. He's digging for like a really long time, didn't really ever hit anything. And then he finally was like, I'm done. This is just not going to work. Like, I give up. And then he sold it to somebody. And so that person just came in, they left, all the equipment still there. And so this person who bought it just basically went in, started digging in the exact same spot that they had left it. And literally, you guys, he hit gold, like this massive amount of gold in like 3 more feet. So this guy was 3 feet away from just making a ton of money. And so it's kind of like this energy of like, when you feel like you are so close, don't give up. And I feel like that's just been the energy around me this last week. Like I got so close to being monetized and I was just feeling so burnt out. And I was so like, oh my gosh, I'm just going to give it up. I'm not going to do it anymore. And then what happened is I got monetized. I got a ton of readings last week. I literally went viral on TikTok. Like it just all this good stuff happened. And I had that premonition. I had this idea that something was going to come in. So point being for I Am Love, and Andrea, this rapid excellence, this success, excellence, success, rapid development. This is like that energy that I was feeling for the whole group at the beginning. This is same with your like relationship. I know it might not feel that way, but it's going to happen. Like you're going to have development. This relationship is going to move forward and move forward quickly. Just make sure that you are receiving from him what you need to receive. And I'm even being drawn back to that vulnerability card that I just pulled for Samantha. Just like be honest, like open up that avenue for communication, and you might find that he might just be like, oh my gosh, you're so intimidating, I don't want to mess it up. And then as soon as he says it, it like lets it go, and then just like things just progress so much easier. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Me playing with my cat, him 7 years old. Oh, cute kitty. Let me just catch up and see if Andrea asked anything else. We've been seeing each other, waiting to make it official. I'm drink something right now. I love Sheila over here. She's like giving us a rundown of what's going on. Yes, Andrea. Oh, I'm just now seeing all your comments. Sorry. Yes, I'm impatient. Hey guys, sorry, I am reading Andrea really quick. I Am Love because she sent a donation. I do lives every Tuesday night, so join me next Tuesday. I know, Mo, I have super chat. I have been waiting though for one of you guys is a super BTS fan, and she's always on my lives, and I'm just waiting for her to get in. But I can't remember her name. It's shoot, I can't remember her handle. That's awesome though. I was vulnerable this weekend and I told him how I want to be committed. That's awesome. And just leave it there. You know, you might not be feeling like you're receiving a whole lot from him, but have that faith. You know, have that faith that it's going to work out for the better. Don't catastrophize. Don't get in your head of, oh, we're going to have to move on and not see each other and things are going to be weird. Because when you think about that and you put it out to the universe, you're telling the universe that's what you want in a way. So you have to tell the universe, no, this is going to happen. I'm going to be patient. It's going to work. I'm going to give him the time and the space. I know, Cheyenne. Like, I don't know what it is. I just feel like Spirit came in tonight and is like, bam, we're going to throw some sparkles at you. I don't know. He hasn't responded. Yeah, I would give him some space. Just give him some space. When you live again, every Tuesday. Hey, you can ask a question about someone who passed. So what I do on my channel, it looks like we have a lot of people here tonight. We basically do guessing games. If you can guess the thing that I'm thinking of, then you get the reading. Otherwise, if you send a donation through Super Chat, I will make sure you get a reading right away. So I'm all caught up in Super Chat, so let's do another live reading. I am going to do another color. If you can think of the color that I'm thinking of, then you get this next reading. And again, if you are impatient and you don't want to wait, feel free to send a donation. But yeah, I am a medium, so that means I can communicate with people that have been deceased. I literally, you guys, went to a client's house this weekend. She, I know, Sheila, I love BTS. Oh, I need to be paying attention. Hang on, Tamara. I will get to you as soon as somebody guesses this, right? Cheyenne, I knew it was going to be you. Cheyenne, I knew it was going to be you. It was orange again. I'm pretty sure I just did that twice. Sorry if I just did that twice. No, I did brown last time. Cheyenne got it. It was orange. So Cheyenne, let me know what question you have in the comments. But since Tamara donated, I'm going to do Tamara really quick. Okay. So what's Davon Bennett, Leo's current feelings for me? Virgo. He passed. He always visits me. Oh. And I'll pull a card here in a second for you, Tamara, but I just want to like intuitively feel like it. It almost feels like little sister energy. He passed suddenly, didn't he? Am I wrong, Tamara? And no, don't let me forget to read Cheyenne after this. Yeah, I feel like it's so funny because when I read in this room, you guys, the spirit literally walks in that door and like sits on this couch like it's a waiting room. And I don't know what it is, but that's just like become a thing. It's like they shuffle in, they sit here and they wait on this couch. So Davon is like sitting here behind me. He's showing me you as like little sister energy, like arm around your shoulder. Yes, suddenly. Yeah, it feels like it was just rough. And he's like, he says he's sorry for that, but like he's also saying like that's how it had to happen. Like he came into this life to do whatever he did and it happened quick and that's the way it was supposed to be. So don't ever like stress out too much about like, could you have done something better or, you know, could have something have happened differently? Like, I feel like you get too caught up on that. And he's like trying to be like, no, just like, let it go. This is how it's supposed to happen. Like, that's his like thing. He's like partying behind me. He just wants you, Tamara, to just have some fun. I don't know if you're just like stressed out about life lately, but he's like trying to like push you to dance, and I feel like you're over here like, leave me alone. My friend that reads says he's open to having a spirit child with me. I have never heard of that. Like he said he wants to do the deed. I didn't want to offend. That, I don't know. Tamara, I'm going to be 100% honest with you because I am honest on my channel. And I feel like readers who kind of say that are just, they're giving you what you want to hear. because I don't feel like you can have a spirit child. Well, maybe I shouldn't say no, because I don't live up in that realm at this current moment, so I don't know how it works. But it just feels like false hope to me. So I'm just not going to read into that, because maybe that's not for me to read. Thank you, Mo. I'll get to you in a second. And we still have Cheyenne, so I'm going to actually have you wait, Mo, just to let me do Cheyenne really quick. Yeah, Cheyenne did have a question. So let me see. Anything else from, what was his name again? Davon. Because really how I see Spirit, Tamara, is like they've moved on. They're not living in this realm and wanting to interact with us in a way that we want to interact with them, like having babies. Like it feels like they've moved on to bigger and better things. They're moving on to healing a part of themselves in this life. And I think that's why I was feeling so strongly about like it happened that way. It had to happen that way. Like this was already planned out in a certain kind of way. Like maybe his death wasn't exactly planned out, but I think, like, for example, my cousin committed suicide last year. And what I feel, and he's just like immediately behind me, he's like, "What's up?" And he loves helping me in my readings. But what am I trying to say? He's so distracting now. His thing was he wanted to come into this life and put himself into the negative situations on purpose so that he could work through them and try to be better and try to struggle through them and come out on the other side having learned lessons. And I feel like my point is that Davon is like similar. Like he came into this life and he had this predetermined plan of who he was going to be with and the things he was going to sort of deal with, not exactly like he didn't have day-to-day plans like we have free will. But it feels like he had these things set out and now he's worked through them. It happened how it should happen. And now he's moving on. But yeah, little sister energy is kind of funny that is coming across because maybe he's trying to like get you a little bit of like, no, not doing this spirit baby stuff. Like, we're pals. And Tamara, just know if I'm not connecting right or if you feel like it doesn't resonate, just throw it in the trash. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I won't be offended. And again, with my readings, I could be wrong. So really take what resonates. And if it doesn't resonate, maybe I'm not connecting right. Maybe I'm not the psychic for you. And I'm saying all these things, Tamara, because I feel like I'm disappointing you. Let me just see. What does he want to tell me? Sometimes he's in my room and I hear him. Sometimes I can't hear him, but I feel him. Awesome. No, not at all. Yeah, and so Tamara, just learning how to develop your psychic abilities is obviously going to help there. That's like all of what my channel is. So feel free to cruise around and learn some about what I do. He just wants you to have fun and party right now, Tamara. Like, I feel like life is a little crappy and he just wants you to get out and do things and expect, again, it's like that expect good things, like expect to have like an awesome summer, Tamara. He doesn't have any serious messages for you at this moment. I'm going to pull a card just to make sure in case I am forgetting something or not connecting. I think he wants you to move on to other men. This is honoring the masculine, which I'm not like, I shouldn't even read that because I just felt like immediately this is like, honor somebody who's here on this earth that can treat you right. I'm not here. I can't give you what you want or need. Like, move forward into a relationship. Awesome. Thank you, Tamara, for the donation. I hope that resonates. How do you donate for a reading? It's through Super Chat, or you can also use Venmo. So really quick, I want to get to Cheyenne. So Cheyenne, I'm just going to do this really quick. I would love to have that ability. You got to do some work in my workbook. Yes, and I understand that. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my eye. I totally understand, like, if you guys don't have like the money to do things, but I try to make all of the things on my channel like things you can grab around the house. Like, you can connect and work and practice your psychic ability. You don't have to buy anything, you can practice. And then when you're really feeling like taking it to the next level, check out my course, sign up for the group monthly practice sessions that we have. Like, all of those things will just help you get better. But I like to give out a lot of information on my YouTube channel just so you can get started. And hopefully there'll be tons of content by now that you can just binge watch a lot of my videos. So Cheyenne's, I'm struggling connecting with my spirit guides. Is there anything I could do to connect better? I want to pull this card. Cheyenne, have you ever tried runes? I'm like hearing that for you. Cheyenne, I'm like seeing you read people. Like, I feel like you are in like a class and I'm seeing you like read other people and you're like being forced to, and it's uncomfortable, but it's okay because you're all beginners. Cheyenne, I would just see if there's a class nearby. Like, look up your local metaphysical stores and go try something. I'd also look into that runes, but I feel like having somebody pushing you into the uncomfortableness of having to do it in person will actually help. Also, Cheyenne, like I heard pretend readings, and that's one thing I've yet to make a video on. I have like a 10-page document on all the videos that I want to make for you guys, and one of those is pretend readings. And pretend readings are literally, you just look at somebody and you make something up. Don't worry about if you're not connecting to your intuition. You speak out loud. It's similar to automatic writing. Just talk and just make something up. Use your imagination. Don't even like worry about if it's right or wrong, or if you're connecting to your psychic ability or if it's your thoughts. Just go. And it's crazy because when you do those pretend readings, at first you might be like not right and you're kind of nervous and you're off, but once you get into the flow, that's what the psychic ability is being in that receptive flow state. And then you start to receive information and then it just kind of gets regurgitated out. And it's crazy how much those readings can resonate even though they're pretend. But that's what that's what psychic ability is using your imagination, using that flow, that receiving psychic information, not searching for it. I hope that makes sense. All right, so sorry, let's get to Mo next. Mo question. Oh my goodness, I'm so behind. Hang on, I'm just gonna catch up on chat and then I'll do Mo. Not in a rush. Thanks, Mo. I have way more people in here than normal. I wonder if that's because I'm monetized. Or it could also be that I went crazy viral on TikTok. I have no idea. And Jaylyn, thank you so much too. I will get to you. Sorry, I'm catching up. I finished playing with my cat. Sheila, you're awesome. Shanna, for both Shanna and anyone who's wanting to connect with her spirit guides, I do have a video on it. It's got a really crappy thumbnail and I don't like it, but there is, if you want to get started, there is that there. You're welcome, Tamara. Do you get reads, energy vibes off those you are talking with during readings over YouTube? Sort of, Isabel. It's a little bit harder because I don't actually see people. All I see is like text. So much different when we're in person. So I kind of have to force myself to connect to your name, connect to your picture. I ask for your name if your like username doesn't make sense. But then I can pretty easily tune into that vibe. But it's kind of like a conscious effort, if that makes sense. How can we start practicing today? Isabel, check out the psychic cards, or sorry, not the psychic cards, just the playing cards exercise that I did. Also, I have a precognitive calendar exercise. You can literally print this calendar off, you guys, and practice your psychic ability. Do it. I mean, May's almost over. You guys can make a calendar for June. Michael's right. Your guides connect to you in so many ways. Dreams, numbers, all sorts of stuff. It's more about, they're there, they're talking to you. It's just, can you hear them? Can you see them? Can you feel them? And that's all your psychic ability. Those are your 6 clairs. Are they turned on? Are they practiced well enough? And remember, again, that whole muscle analogy that I made. You guys are probably trying to like work out and lift these huge weights, and it's not working and you're frustrated, but it's like you have to kind of practice and then it'll start to work a little bit better. Let's see. I know a class for a low amount of months. Yeah, and there are some online too. I feel like that makes sense for me. Hi, Pris. Yeah, there's a lot of like online psychic development circles, but you guys, being in person is like next level uncomfortableness that just pushes you to that next level of psychic stuff. And in my course, if you take my course, I'm like, go do this in person. And I know everyone's going to skip it, but I'm like, just do it. It'll make the world of a difference. You're welcome, Cheyenne. And I do also have a Facebook group for practicing as well, if you guys want to join there. I kind of force you guys to do just like weekly exercises if you want to do that in my Facebook group. But again, there's something about just getting in person that's better. But and I do have a monthly group circles as well. All right, I'm gonna come back to Pris's comment. So Mo and then Jalen. Mo. Sorry, where's Mo? Jalen, throw up I don't think I saw your question. So Jalen, let me know what your question is. Mo, really quick. Sorry, full question. I'm job hunting for a job in the legal field. Is there some guidance on this? Yes, let's get into it. I'm seeing somebody I know. I don't know much about the legal field, Mo, but it feels like lower level work that you might kind of like turn your nose up at. You're like, ugh, I don't want to be them. I don't want to be in that position. Like, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like attorneys that like sort of like work on small cases. And this might not be exactly it, but it's something like smaller introductory level, something that's like maybe not exactly regarded in the highest esteem, but it's like you're going to get your feet wet and you're going to get a lot of practice. But let me pull cards. I feel like right now, Mo, you're just in this mode of things are kind of coming apart. Things are falling apart. Things are just not making sense very well. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like the whole Mercury retrograde stuff that we're going through right now. But it's like you're coming apart. Things are not making sense. And it's kind of like, oh, why can't I get clarity on this? That's kind of like this first card. And so they're telling you, you guys are telling you, just have a compass. Like, what is your why? Like you're looking for a job, but what is it? What is your guiding force? So this could be anybody trying to find any job, any relationship. Are you going at it from I want lots of money, or I just want something fast, or I want something that's going to make me happy, or I want to work with really good people. Like all of those intentions are going to yield very different results. And so I think, Mo, you're in a mode of like transitioning between like maybe like I need something fast, but I also want something good. And so I think you're kind of all over the place. Don't feel like you have to make a decision now, is what I'm hearing. They like really want you to just focus on your home life. I'm also feeling like this is like, I think it was Shanna's reading earlier of like, it's going to happen. Like, don't worry, don't stress out. Things are going to come, things are going to unfold. Like, I really feel like all of us are stressing about like the timing or like what to do next. But I think like just give it a little bit of time. It's like that guy that's digging for gold. It's like, don't give up. Just give it a little bit, give it 3 more feet and something's going to be a lot clearer. But there's something for you about focusing on home life. Like, it's more just about like making sure that when you come home, you're disconnecting, you're grounding, you're taking care of yourself. And when you do that, you end up having a lot clearer mind, and you are a lot more in tune with your intuition because you're just taking care of yourself. So this was Mo. I'm going to ask if there's any sort of sign of like which job. Because I think that's all like the mental state that you sort of need to be in, Mo. Not giving me much more. Magic prayer. It's like this is like the set your intention card and expect it to happen. And this is like not just the intention card, but it's like the expect good things to come. That is just like such the vibe tonight. I want something more for Mo. Maybe I should just rely on my psychic ability instead of the cards, because I'm always saying that. Yeah, I'm being drawn back, Mo, to that like introductory level something. I don't know what that would be in the legal field, but like don't be afraid. Like I'm feeling like with like the medical field, you know, like an EMT is like the equivalent of like, oh, the low end job. It's like you take it because you need fast money, but it's like crap hours and crap this or crap that. I feel like that's sort of what you're attracting right now because you want something fast, or maybe because you're wanting like a lot of money right away. And so maybe think about, ooh, maybe that's not what I want. You know, where do I want to be working? Do I want to be working with other people? Do I want to be working by myself? I made a video like ages ago about how to like find your dream job, and this was like before I was even serious about YouTube, but apparently it resonated with a lot of people. I feel like there might be like a tip or two in there, Mo, that resonates. Maybe. I'm really embarrassed about that video and I don't like recommending it, but sometimes my guides will just like point me to certain things because maybe there's like a nugget of information that'll be helpful. So thank you, Mo. Thanks for your donation. All right. Let's see. Jalen was next. Sorry, guys. I'm really behind, but I'm still reading super chats. So Jalen sent me a super chat after her. I will be all cut up and we'll be doing back to free readings unless somebody else sends a donation. I don't have a specific question. I'm just open to whatever spirit wants to say. I do have a lot of friends and family that have passed on, so to hear from them would be awesome. Yeah, you have like a team, Jalen. Like I feel like they all just like walked in behind me and they've got like food and they're like here for the party. like bringing in popcorn ready to sit down. They're like this. And I'm like, hold up, guys. I can't spend forever. Pris, paralegals. Oh, maybe that's it. And I forgot to go back. Pris, you asked what video I went viral on. I literally uploaded a video of my son dancing to a K-pop song, and the internet just like went bonkers, which was good because I got a lot of followers, but I got a lot of followers expecting K-pop and baby stuff, not psychic stuff. So, watched lots of tips for it, and I think my problem is finding / creating the time. Yes, Shanna, like even to this day, I'm still like that. I don't put aside the time. Yeah, definitely not connecting to spirit while driving. I mean, not gonna lie, I do it, but I feel like I have a little bit of control there, but I don't know. I shouldn't recommend it. Okay, so Jalen, I don't have a specific question. I'm just open. Okay. Mermaid card for you, Jalen. Definitely feeling like that. You have like a party of people. Like, I feel like we're watching football together. They are just a fun group. Jalen, if you haven't done like any sort of like clairvoyant exercises, I highly recommend it. So like not automatic writing, sorry. what's the word I'm thinking of? Shamanic journeying, Jalen, I feel like you would rock at. I also feel like you would have some really awesome lucid dreaming if you like took the time. That's also something that you have to practice, like not going to happen overnight. I feel like though that's how you're going to connect really well with a lot of these friends and family. Like I see you, like if you really put in the time and the effort, like years from now, I'm just seeing you like constantly, like every single night you're keeping a dream journal, every single night you're doing this and connecting to those people. Not that you have to, it's just, I feel like it's a really strong suit for you. So I wanted to pull, so the mermaids are coming through as like definitely your guides, Jalen. Jalen, you have a lot of like mythical creatures as guides. They're wanting you to get into your intuition so bad. So this is conchomancy, which is supposedly reading seashells for divination. I'm interpreting this as just like find the tool that works for you to connect with your intuition. This could be runes. You know, I've mentioned a lot over the course of this live. This could be automatic writing. It could be shamanic journeying. It's so funny that I pulled that card. Find what works for you, Jalen, because I think you are going to be able to connect with them so much better than like another psychic will. And you're just going to be like so disappointed and so frustrated. And they like don't want you to be frustrated at others' readings or like your lack of resources to get readings. They're like, come over here. We got you. Like, let me see. I wanted to pull some of these other cards. Why are they cheering? They're like, your family is like here cheering. I should see if you're talking back to me. Sorry. I hope Jalen's still with me. I know it took me a long time to get to you, but hopefully she can catch the replay. Reading Jalen really quick. She did send a super chat. This card, poised, everything is coming up for you guys. Like everyone is in this perfect position to receive new awesome things. Oh, maybe that's why your family is coming through and showing like a party. So I pulled the tribe card in reverse, Jalen. And so this is like a message of just to be aware of the people you surround yourself with. And it's not that they're necessarily bad, but it's like, are they representing the types of people you want to be around? And I feel like this is for more than one person who's listening right now. And that's how spirit works. Sometimes you guys, sometimes you might listen to me and I might be giving a reading for somebody else. And you're just like, oh my gosh, that so resonates. And it can totally be for you also. Spirit is not just linear. They work in all sorts of crazy ways, as we all know. So yeah, Jalen, I just feel like maybe the people around you just might be affecting the things in your life. So if that's in a negative way, maybe look at, is there anybody I can just kind of take a step back from, take a break from? How are they affecting like your manifesting? That's what I would ask yourself. But I still feel like things are really awesome. Like you're poised, you're ready to move on to this next step. And I mean, I know you're that way because just the energy that's like coming off of you, there's not like anything like, oh my gosh, I need to know this. And the fact that you're like, your family members are just kind of over here chilling and cheering and they're like literally eating food. They're like, I feel like I'm at a party. And so I'm just going to ask like what that means. Because I'm not going to analyze it with my analytical mind. I'm going to go back in and ask with my intuitive mind and ask what that means. Because it might not mean what we think it means. I'm going to talk about this in my videos about like symbols and interpreting things. Yeah, because you could interpret that as, she needs to be around people more or, well, what I ended up hearing, Jalen, was like, you need to party more, you need to get out and you need to have fun. Party might be the wrong word, but it just feels like you've been in such like a negative mood, not negative, but just like the energy needs to be broken up, and getting around other people and just forcing yourself to prioritize fun. That's the word I'm looking for. Prioritizing fun. I think you'll just see a little bit more of a shift in a positive way. Jalen, your family is so funny. I was just saying, okay, bye, like we're done. And they all just kind of like danced out of my room. Is she still on here? I'm listening. Totally resonates. Yeah, Jalen, I would try one of those things that I mentioned. Anything else for Jalen? They're just cheering you on. I don't know if you have something right now that you're like stressed out about or worried about, but they're like, you've got a whole family of like cheerleaders behind you, and you can connect to them at any time. Thank you, Jalen. Those cards are so pretty. Which ones? So yeah, if you guys like the cards that I'm using, I have them all linked in the description down below. So these red ones are the Wisdom of the Oracle. The mermaids are the Oracle of the Mermaids. And then I have the Enchanted Map. These are like my go-to ones. So you guys, for answering questions, you either have to play the guessing game or send a donation. I'm not like ignoring your questions. It's just how I do my reading nights. I've been punching a clock for too many years and wanting some freedom and flexibility. Shanna, it's coming. I feel it for everybody. I really feel like something about this summer, like it might take all of summer to like come to fruition, but end of summer, like things are going to be in such a different place for all of us. Cheyenne, runes are R-U-N-E-S. I'm trying to get into them myself so I can make a video on them. But I just feel like that's such your energy, Cheyenne. I don't know. I feel like you would just be like such a pro at it. And I feel like your friends would even come to you and just be like, oh, yeah, we're going to get a reading from her. Hello, Jim. Myro, I have something to ask you, but I'm not ready. Well, Myro, know that at any time you can also reach out to me for like an email reading. Sometimes I understand people want to be a little bit more private. So like email readings make you feel safer, whatever. Always feel free to reach out to me and do that. How are you? I'm doing awesome, Jim. Oh, thank you, Paranormal. Yeah, so Michael, as far as mythical creatures being guides, I talked about this in my guides video. And basically, your guides show up how you resonate with them. So like if I tell you that you have a snake guide and you're just like terrified of snakes and you just like don't resonate with that image at all, or if like somebody tells you like you have like this really weird bird and you have no idea what it looks like or what it means, and you just like can't connect with that image in your mind, guides, you know, they're not like us. They're not stuck to one form. I honestly just see them as beings of light, and I think what they do is I think they just project an image so that we feel like they're tangible and that they're real and, you know, something close to something we understand. So I truly believe that guides actually like can jump on and like take on many forms and just like metamorphosize. And I think for the people that have mythical creatures, and not saying that this is like an all-out rule, but I think that those people tend to be like a little bit more like child at heart, or maybe they just like resonated with a lot more of that stuff like when they were younger. You know, same with like people who have like really deep ancestral roots. I think sometimes their guides will really just appear as these old ancestors. Whereas like some people who are more serious, their guides will almost look like really tall, just like beings that are like almost like rigid and made of stone. It's kind of funny, but yeah, they can take on different forms, I believe. All right. Thank you, Princess Butterfly. If you guys, I think I'm just going to make a rule because this is the first night with Super Chat, but if you donate less than $5, I'm probably just going to kind of do like a yes or no, just a very light reading. So I'll just do a 1-card pull for you, Princess Butterfly. And I'll use my mermaid decks because this mermaid deck is all about relationships for me. So you're saying it's better to go internal than outward. I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about, Princess Butterfly? So Brandon Aquarius's feelings about me. Oh my gosh, you guys, this energy tonight. Rapid development, excellence, success. And I'm getting that is twofold, Princess Butterfly. I feel like this might be rapid development in your relationship. I also wouldn't be surprised if it was somebody else's relationship because I feel like this more pertains to you. But I feel like you're going to see movement finally with your relationships coming up. Did I say what was twofold? I'm brain farting what I was going to say. But I also feel like this whole Atlantis image, Princess Butterfly, if anyone wants to take this meditation, it is just like, I will take this meditation once every couple months because I love it so much. But if you search Doreen Virtue on YouTube, she has an Atlantis meditation, or it might be returning to Lemuria or returning to Atlantis. But she leads you on a meditation where you like jump on a dolphin's back and like go through the water and then go under the water and go back to Atlantis. And that I still remember like almost every journey, or not journey, but meditation that I did. So whenever I see this card, I think of that meditation. So Princess Butterfly, if that like resonates at all, maybe check out that meditation. Mermaid cards are awesome. Yes, Pisces. Shanna, are you Pisces? Let me just see. Oh, you're good, Princess Butterfly. This is my first night with Super Chat, so I don't really have clear rules, and I'm sorry, but you're good. Don't worry about it. Can I add more and get another pull? Yes, absolutely. But I feel like there's going to be movement in your relationship. It might not be with this guy, but it's definitely going to be in relationships. Also, if you're resonating with that meditation, maybe look it up and do it like sometime. I am. Shanna, I love all your emojis. Are those like the custom emojis that are coming through? Or can you guys like pick any emojis? I'm just curious. Or like does it only limit you to certain stuff? I'm not sure how it works. Again, first night with Super Chat. So excited. So excited. No problem. I'm listening. Hi, Hearts Love Joe. If you guys are just joining, I prioritize donations first, and then we jump into kind of free guessing game readings. Thanks for subscribing. I didn't know you had a little one. Yes. I actually did a whole series of my intuitive pregnancy. So I did like pregnancy related videos with like psychic ability. I don't know how proud I am of that series, but it's up there. Yeah, he's cute. He's almost 1 year old. His birthday is coming up. We're planning his little birthday. And he freaking is viral on TikTok before he's even 1 year old. And I've been on like YouTube for years. Haven't ever gotten that many subscribers or views before on anything. I'm just like, oh. But whatever. I'm going to accept whatever the universe is sending me. How do you donate? Use the super chat button, or you can also send me Venmo. Just tell me if you did so I can check my phone. But I'm so glad I'm not having to check my phone, you guys. Like normally most nights I'm like, send PayPal or Venmo, and then I'm on my phone and I'm like, so this is wonderful. I'm just using my emojis when I'm using texting. Thank you, Shanna. I'm just curious, like, I know that I can enable like certain images or like emojis to go next to you, and I can customize emojis. So if you guys like pay like a monthly fee, I don't know how it works. I'm gonna have to dig into it a little bit more. Okay, one more pull for Princess Butterfly. Same Brandon Aquarius. I'm going to ask, they're telling me to ask like what's in the way of making that relationship happen, and then how you can manifest it more. Is that my gut feeling? I feel like that's my gut feeling. Okay, this is coming through loud and clear. And I'm never one to like alter what I received just to make you happy. I feel like he's struggling with his masculinity, like almost to the point of like he's wondering his sexual identity. And I could be wrong. But it feels like very loud and clear, like that's what this card is. And I'm wondering if he's not just like not attracted to you, but like not attracted to women in general. But I feel like he's denying it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. And, you know, and at the even a more basic level, it could just be that he's not feeling confident in himself. It could be confident in himself, like personality wise, or just how he presents himself to other people. Or it could just be like about his body or just his, you know, his physical features. Get out. I swear I felt like he was. I don't know. I mean, it feels like I checked several times. I was like, are you sure? And my guy's like, And I'm like, but I don't want to say it. And they're like, you say it. And, you know, and some people are bi. So like, you never know. It could be that I'm connecting wrong and it's more of an internal struggle of confidence, or, oh my gosh, I just saw what time it was. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm getting. And then I pulled one other card for you, Princess Butterfly. And this is living in the present. I think this is your guys kind of pulling you back to not focus too much on the future. Don't stress out too much about where this relationship is going. Appreciate what you have now. Really try to live in the moment and look at everything in your life as a gift or a treasure. Looking at everything with value, nowness, which is so hard for us sometimes when we're so like, I'm such a future person. Like I'm bad at being in the present also. But this is how you can manifest this relationship. That was this card. So focus on now, focus on, you know, what you're feeling, what he's feeling, you know, deciding, you know, should I message him? Should I contact him? Don't worry too much about the end result or the outcome. Just focus on now. Thank you, Michael. That's how I was feeling. It was like I had to like triple check, and then it was like my guides are always like, I feel like it's like that oath that doctors swear. It's like you swore an oath to never ever lie to somebody with the psychic information. And I'm always that way. But I think because of it, people are attracted to my energy because they know I'm not just going to sugarcoat it. You know, you guys, the amount of people on Instagram that are just like, what is he thinking about you right now? And let me pull a card on when you're going to get together, and all of the cards, like people legit make decks like about exes and what they're like thinking. And it's just like crazy to me that some people just like would give you that false hope. I just don't understand it. Anyway. You donated via your page. Oh. Isabel, thank you. Hey, Isabel, really quick, how did you find that link? Because I'm trying to remove that link. Don't worry about it. Like, thank you for the donation, but I'm trying to like remove my PayPal from it. Just to like make things a little bit more consolidated on my end. But Isabel, let's see if she left me a comment. Good night, Jim. I'm about to ask if he's in it, guys. To answer that question, Princess Butterfly, it feels just like a conflict right now. It could be an inner conflict that is not resolved. So I just feel like he's in the middle of it. Let's see. And so I think, you guys, I'm going to wrap up. I did not realize how late it was. So if you absolutely want a reading, send in a donation. I think we're going to be done with the guessing game readings. So get those last donations in, and we will wrap up the night once I get all caught up. Okay, so tarot card, yes, Isabel. Should only do a reading. Donate. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Isabel, just let me know what your question is. Thank you for the donation. And normally I do those guessing games, and those are free. But once it gets towards the end of the night and I'm ready to wrap up, it's kind of like I have to stop at some point. So I'm making sure that I'm being a good reader for you guys. Because after a while, I'm start to get like, I feel like my energy pulls up here and I'm just like out of my body. Like there's no way to kind of describe it. And I just like, I feel like I'm just like buzzing up here. And so I have to kind of make sure I set those boundaries, turn off my ability, and give myself enough time before bed to like do all of that. Again, because I know I've pushed myself longer than I should have, and I kind of know my limit. And then after that, I'm just like so mentally exhausted that I don't give good readings. I wouldn't be surprised, Butterfly. Like, and not that that's a bad thing at all. I'm like, whatever, do you? Hey, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Shristy. Good night, Mo. Thanks for the donation. Yeah, and again, Princess Butterfly, it could be not sure of his sexual orientation, or it could just be like this lack of confidence in himself, either physically or emotionally. It's just that masculine card when it comes up. It's like, Isabel's like, no, don't go. But yeah, just those, when that masculine card comes up, it just felt like a very like either inward or outward connection of that masculine energy, which sometimes results in like how you're attracted to other people or how you feel about yourself sexually. Not all the time, just how I was specifically picking that up. So Fatima, did you donate to my page also? How did you guys find my PayPal? I thought I took it down, but maybe I didn't. Fatima, thank you. I'll get to you right after Isabel. Okay, Isabel wants to know, just any energy picking up, roadblocks have been current. Gotcha. Yeah, let's use this deck. So Isabel, this card movement, I feel like that's why you're seeing a lot of roadblocks, is because things are moving. I feel like this is your guides. Like they're trying to push you forward and push more opportunities in your way. And like you're getting hung up on them all because you're just like, you don't know how to react. But these are like good things. And I feel like some of these, you're like interpreting them as like, oh my gosh, what is going on? But it's really like the chaos of the storm. Once it settles, it's like you're left with something better is sort of the energy that I'm getting. And so like point being, like stop resisting the movement, stop resisting the obstacles, which I know is kind of like counterintuitive because sometimes those obstacles can be like really big obstacles, but it's more of just embodying the energy of going with the flow. Inner strength. I think so. Your guides are like, you're in this victim mentality of like, I can't handle these obstacles. I can't do it, but you can. And that's why they're being thrown at you right now, is because it's a call to be like, you know what? No, I'm going to jump over this and it's not going to bother me and it's going to fall or it's going to roll off my back. You know what I mean? Definitely that energy. I'm trying to remember. So, and then the last card, Isabel, is about healing the ouch. Healing the ouch is like that inner victim stuff. It's the inner talk that you're telling yourself of why you can't get through this. And maybe you're telling yourself like, oh, I can't get past these obstacles because I don't have enough money, or I don't have the right job, or I don't have the right help or support. All of those things are inner blocks, but they come from a hurt. They come from a past hurt. It's something that needs to be healed. And so a lot of times what blocks our psychic ability, or just blocks us in general, are these old inner monologues that we keep telling ourselves of, oh, I can't have money because, you know, my parents never made any money. So if they can't make money, why can't I? And so to kind of like pull your reading together, Isabel, it feels like the blocks that are coming through are there on purpose. They're there to test your inner strength, but your guides are not, this is loud and clear, your guides are not throwing anything at you that you can't handle. You just have to realize that, oh, wow, I can handle this. Actually, I'm pretty good at handling this. And if you're really feeling stuck, focus on the inner talk that you're telling. It's like those complaints of like, why can't you do this? Why can't you move forward? All of those things, really try to force yourself to stop in the moment and be like, what am I telling myself about this situation? Oh, I'm telling myself that I can't get over this because I don't have good friends in my life or something. And it's like, well, why do you feel like you can't have good friends in your life? And maybe it's because, you know, you were wronged by a friend in the past and you got to heal that and let it go. Healing the ouch cord cutting meditations are really good for this. I went down a rocky path recently. I'm just now seeing this and overcame it now, but now I'm not sure what path to take, and I've been patient for a while. Yeah, just take it slow, Isabel. Like, as in a year, a while. Wait, I changed my question. There's a stuck energy that's been there for almost 6 months. Why is this toxic energy there, and how to? I think that still answers your question, Isabel. Sorry, Isabel. It's the autofocus, and I can't turn it off. I hate it. But again, I'm getting a new webcam and like a Wi-Fi thing, so I can hang out with you guys in my shed. But yeah, I think you got this, Isabel. You got it. I'm just going to ask, what can Isabel do to make things move forward a little bit quicker? Have a talisman. Hold something. Talisman, this is like a card of like, get a stone, get a necklace, get something that reminds you of that inner strength that you can overcome these obstacles. Because maybe something physical that's reminding you will help you kind of move forward a little bit faster. Maybe that's just going to resonate with you more. So thank you, Isabel, for the donation. I think Fatima, I assume you gave me your question already. If you didn't, go ahead and send that through. Only wrapping up with donations right now. This was fun. You're so confident. I'm new at reading and still timid. Totally know what you mean. That's how I was when I started. I have just been doing this for long enough that I've taught myself how to be confident. It's just practice, practice. So try reading lots of people. If it makes you more comfortable, read them online on your own time and then send them what you got, or like call them afterwards, and then kind of move into like reading them in person, you know, and try even going into a class. You would be surprised if you guys have been practicing for a while. Sometimes you'll go into a class and be like, wow, I'm actually a lot better than I thought I was. And then you can kind of gain confidence there. And if you really paranormal like want to really take it to the next level, consider buying my course, because I talk not only about the basics in my part 1 and part 2, but my part 3 is like all about how to start like a psychic business and how to like get that practice. And actually, I'm going to be filming a video here in like 3 weeks, so it's probably going to be a little bit further out that it comes out, so subscribe so that you don't miss it. But it's going to be a how I make money as a psychic. So I'm going to give you guys all sorts of tips on how you can actually start getting paid and start moving towards actually like replacing your income if you really love doing this and you want to do it full time. So I know that's kind of for like a small percentage of you guys that want to do it, but definitely pay attention for that video, because I'm gonna like just be super transparent about like how much money I make and like how over the years I've done readings on different platforms and like what worked and what didn't. But yeah, all sorts of fun stuff in that video. Hopefully, party going on. It's a very mellow party. Do you do timing for readings? I don't know if I understand your question. If people pay me, that's kind of how I judge, is I do 15-minute readings, 30-minute readings, 60-minute. That's kind of how I price out my readings by time. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate that. This was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. Beautiful personality. Thank you, Michael. Thanks for joining. When did this start? Better question. How much time was left? It started kind of late. I was actually not supposed to go live tonight. We were supposed to have a group session, but I had to cancel it because we just didn't have that many people sign up, which is okay. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to wrap up here because it's kind of getting a little fuzzy. When I sit in my third eye chakra and my psychic ability, I kind of get a little woo after a while. And then after a while, I'm just like pushing it a little too much and not doing the best readings. Not saying I'm there yet, but I like to stop myself before I get there. And I can sort of like, that should be a video, is like how to know like when you're getting close to being done. Oh my gosh, so many things are starting to make sense. Trying to locate your PayPal too, but wasn't sure what was your PayPal. However, I can wait until next week if you're feeling tired. No, silly rabbit, I'm good now. So again, get those in now. Yeah, I removed my PayPal because I want to just keep using Super Chat, or I want to start using Super Chat or Venmo. But 2 people found my PayPal somehow. And I think I'm still waiting on Fatima. Fatima, are you still with us? You donated. I'm just going to see if maybe she... Sometimes people will leave a question when they donate. I'm going to have to find where the heck my PayPal is on there. I just want to get it removed because so many avenues of money coming in. It gets hard to keep track of it all. Fatima, I just want to see if you're still with us. I think we're still waiting on your question. I get rid of it and I've tried everything. Sorry, I just want to pull one more card for Isabel. Isabel, and she also donated. Otherwise, I wouldn't do this. Making a choice that you are no longer going to stay in this toxic energy. When you are saying toxic energy is here and I can't get rid of it, what are you saying? You're saying that you can't get rid of it and it's always here and that you have no control. Make a choice. You have control to say, no, I am not part of this anymore. I do not accept it, universe. I'm no longer interested in your BS. Because sometimes, even though we don't like it, if we sit in it all the time and we're just thinking about it all the time, in a way, you're attracting it. You got to think about the law of attraction. You're welcome, Princess Butterfly. Hey, Gerardo. Inner talk can be so loud in its quietness. Oh, love that, Lori. That should be like a quote on a Hobby Lobby block. You know those like blocks that are like black with words. I'm going to stop reading there, Isabel, but if you want me to go further into it, feel free to send a donation or set up a reading with me. I'd love to help you out more. Fatima, awesome. How does Gemini feel about me? And any messages from my spirit guides? Okay. And Fatima donated a little bit more, so I'll answer both of those questions. Immediately, Fatima, how I'm feeling about Gemini. Whatever they put up is actually how they feel. Like, I know there's this like stigma around Geminis of like being two-faced, but I don't feel like this is the case with this person. Like, whatever it is that they're being front facing with, that's how they feel. But I'm going to pull a card and ask the same question. I'm getting the sacrifice card, which isn't quite answering like how does he feel about you. I'm feeling like this is a message to sacrifice the relationship. There are those worth making. There are those, and there are those that will destroy you. I just feel like this, I don't feel like this is a negative relationship. I just feel like maybe you're focusing on it too much and it's just no longer, it's not going to move forward. And I could be wrong, but it just feels like you are not moving forward because you just keep thinking about it. Thank you, Isabel. By the way, I like your tapestry. This is my husband's man cave. As soon as I get my new video thing, I'm going to be back out in my shed, which is way more like woo-woo. I could probably only name one Red Hot Chili Pepper song. So yeah, I feel like, and then the other card that I pulled for him and how he feels about you was, again, it was like your guys are like, focus on you. They're like getting you out of this space of focusing on him. Sanctuary, they're like, get in the bath, girl. Like, take a break, soak it up. Just refocus. Like, stop, like, it's like they're like taking your head and you're looking at this guy and they're just like, look over here. What else do you want? What else do you want, Fatima? There's so many other things you can have. And then any other messages from spirit guides? I'm trying to work on my third eye. Awesome. Well, you came to the right place, Fatima. Check out some of my content. That's like all what I'm about, is helping you develop that intuition and like strengthen that psychic ability. So I hope my videos can help you out. Any messages from spirit? I feel like a grandfather is coming in, Fatima. Definitely grandfather. He's very short. If that doesn't resonate, maybe it's kind of an older ancestor. Very hardworking, kind of gruff little guy. He's like pushing you to like move forward on like some business idea that you have. Like, you've got some great ideas, Fatima, but you're just like so overwhelmed at like all the steps that you have to do to get there. And he's like telling me to share my story, which I'm like, I don't want it to sound like I'm selling myself, but it's like, recently, I only just recently started to see a lot of traction through my psychic work, but I have been doing this since 2015. And I have been slowly getting more clients and more work. And I've had to have a normal job this whole entire time to help pay the bills. And if you looked backward and if you made a list of all the things that I had to do to get where I am now, you'd just be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm not doing it. I give up. But he's like bringing in this message of like, you're going to have to do a lot of steps to where you want to get anyway. So just start on the thing that you're good at. It's okay if you have to have like something else to, pay the bills. But like I see you as like seriously like owning a business. And I feel like you'll really you feel like you're only going to really feel like it's a business and you're successful when other people see you and when you have like a lot of following, but that's not necessarily the case. Like and I don't feel like I can change your mind about that. Like you're only going to feel successful when you start to feel that following, but just start on it now. Like that's his message. And it could be that, he's just a guide, but he's just kind of like, I almost see him as like a short, like a little Italian man, kind of chunkier. I don't know. I could be wrong. And maybe I'm just seeing that image because like that's my image of like immigrant America, hardworking. I don't know. But yeah, I'm really feeling like a awesome business like venture that it's going to take a while to grow, and you're not going to feel like it's successful, but you just got to start because you're going to have to put in the same amount of work anywhere else. So I feel like, Fatima, you have something that so many people would resonate with. I'm really like seeing you like on social media. I don't know if you're like selling something, but I see like your face as like the face of the business. You are an unfinished symphony. Other messages from your guides. Meaning there's so much more coming your way. There's so much more to your life. And when we focus so much on like the past and like where we're not at right now, sometimes we forget like we have so much life to live and so many awesome things are coming our way. So we just have to be open to them. And somehow that just like invites in all of these opportunities to start happening. This is all great energy. So your guides are saying, Fatima, that you're blessed, that you really have a lot of things, a lot of great things in your life right now. So this is like also for anybody else watching. If you have like a gratitude list on your fridge, and I do this, like just write down everything that's going well right now. And you can write down money that you receive. You can write down like just little things, like when somebody like pays for your coffee at Starbucks, or when, you find a penny on the ground, like anything, like you found the lost sock, like that you've been looking for, any little thing, just write it all down so that you're constantly, it's not about making this huge ass list. It's more about constantly putting your brain into a positive, abundant, grateful place. Because when you do that, you just attract more because you're always running around like, wow, I have so many things going so well for me. And then the universe is like, oh, cool, we'll give you more. And then you're like, wow, oh, so cool. Yeah. Message in a bottle. I pulled this in reverse. So Fatima, I immediately was like, this is your intuition. Your guys are trying to send you these messages. They're trying to communicate with you, but right now you're just like not hearing them because maybe that psychic ability is not very developed, but just know that they're there. They're trying to communicate. So try different exercises. And then they're literally saying co-create with them. Like anything you want to manifest, we're here to help you with. Tell us what you want and we'll come together. You tell us what you want. We're going to try to send it your way. Just be clear. And I always say, like, do something that makes you a little bit uncomfortable. Like if you want to really get into a new house, start packing up some stuff and set the intention that, okay, I'm moving, but they want you to know that like your existence here is not just completely reliant on you. They are here to help, and it's okay for you to ask for them for help. I will work on that. Awesome. Thank you, Fatima, so much for the donation. If you're new here, please subscribe if you like my readings. Feel free to also send me a tip if you liked any of the stuff happening tonight. Don't feel like it's at all expected. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, but I'm on every Tuesday night doing live readings. I try to upload a new video for you guys every like Friday. Sometimes if it's a really long video, I have to like get it up on Saturday, but I hope that a lot of my content helps you guys out. Good job on the reads. I feel like you will get bigger pretty fast. You might want to get some more clear reading guidelines to help you not get so burned out. Yeah, I definitely put a time limit on myself. And I know with YouTube, it's a slow growth, but there's definitely going to be a point where there's just like too many people and lots of stuff going on. But this was my first like super chat. So big success for me tonight. I'm super excited. I didn't even know how it works. So thank you guys for kind of letting me test it out tonight. And hopefully we'll get some like clearer guidelines of how we're going to work. PayPal is through her link in her bio on her website. It connects to PayPal. Link in the bio on my website. My link tree? I'm going to have to go dig around for this. Isabel, if you, I know I'm like making you search for this, but I cannot, I don't remember where I would have had that link in the bio on the website. Maybe it's in my description. No, but that would be my link tree. I don't know. so many links. Also, are you also a medium? Yes, I am basically I went to school to be a psychic, a medium, and a medical intuitive. And so I studied for a whole year to get those certifications. And then I went back and learned Reiki. But I'm only Reiki level 2. Reiki level 3 basically just means you can teach other people Reiki. I decided I wasn't going to be like a Reiki teacher because I didn't resonate with Reiki. I only really use it on myself. But I'm not a very clairsentient person, so Reiki just doesn't work for me. But if you do want Reiki, Bliss Findings, she was in my Ouija board video, if you guys watched it, she's my good friend here. She does remote reading or remote Reiki, and I don't know how she does it, because if I were doing remote Reiki, I would just be like, people are just paying me to sit here and like hold my hands up, and I would feel like such a fraud. But she did a remote Reiki session for someone literally across the country, and she just like emailed her back and was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy, I felt it. Anyway, medical intuitive, went back to school for Reiki, also went to a few classes for shamanic practitioner work. And then I went and did a bunch of animal communication courses as well. And then I coached at the program that I learned my main psychic stuff. So lots and lots of background. And I'm currently actually going back to my shamanic course teacher and doing tarot individual private lessons with her so I can learn tarot a little bit more. Trying to learn astrology also for you guys. But yeah, I did a read online once, and I think the spirit came back really loudly again, even after I was done in the reading. That was the first. Oh yeah, absolutely. And that can happen. You know, when you're reading other people, you really have to make sure you shut off your ability. You set those boundaries when you're done so they don't follow you home. So last weekend I did a house clearing. So I had a client that called me up and she's like, I'm getting spirits in my house. They are closing doors. They are freaking me out. I know they're not bad, but I just want you to come and help me get rid of them and just give me some like peace of mind. And so this last weekend I went over there, and there's a lot of energy in her house, and I did film it, so it's going to be on my channel. I'm so excited. But even on my way home, it was again that like buzzing. Sometimes when you're just really connected, it can be a little bit harder to shut off those abilities and set those boundaries. So I remember going home and just feeling like I still had stuff following me. So I literally went outside. It was almost midnight. I went out into the grass in my backyard, just put my bare feet in the grass and did like a grounding meditation. And it was like, bam, all better. But yeah. If you are studying how to be psychic, definitely check out my course, because part 1 is all about like how to turn it off good. I give you guys a bunch of exercises. My older videos, I have a bunch of exercises, so you have to deal with older Lauryn being camera shy and being rambling and not quite thinking her things through, but there's some good bits of information in those old videos about how to clear, how to remove psychic blocks and clear boundaries. If any of you are interested in that, check out my basic psychic skills part 1 playlist. So that playlist actually goes along with my course, but it's like the extra videos for that course, so you can see it even if you don't have that course. But my hope there is that you'll watch them and you'll be like, oh, I want to know more, and then you'll go check out my course. I feel like I was supposed to say that I don't know what sign it is, but I know it is. I'm not sure what you mean. You donated $5 to your tarot cards. Oh, thank you, Silly Rabbit. Silly Rabbit, you want to ask a question? Oh, yep, you did. Hang on, let me catch up. Hello. Hello, Esther. Hey, Lauren, isn't it a super red moon tonight? It's tomorrow night, and I think it's an eclipse moon. It's a Sagittarius moon. If you are really interested, check out Sanctuary on, I think it's Sanctuary on Instagram. Their Instagram is so good, you guys. Like, about like learning astrology. It's all very like teachy. Is it Sanctuary? Sanctuary World, but there's no O in the world. Check that out. They give all sorts of, that's like how I'm learning a lot about astrology. What meaning or influence does this have on us? You know, I'm actually going to research that tomorrow because it's tomorrow. But if you go on my Instagram, I did share a full moon ritual that you can do for tomorrow. So go get your supplies. All you really need are some bath salts. But if you guys want to check out that recipe, you can like check it out on TikTok or on my Instagram reels. And I have like so it's the reels. So you kind of have to like move over to the little, it's like the taller videos. Can you tell I'm a millennial? But yeah, I'm going to actually share a bunch in my Instagram stories tomorrow on like what it means and how it's going to work. So if you're not following me on Instagram already, definitely do that. Thank you, Fatima. Hi, I'm Lauren. Hi, Lauren. I love when I see other Laurens with weird spellings. Isn't that awesome? Lori Griffin. Supermoon lunar eclipse will be in the morning. I think it's tomorrow night. Probably depends on your time zone too, so I'd just look into it online. That's the link. That's your PayPal. Yeah, thanks, Isabel. No, I know that because I know you sent it through PayPal. I just need to figure out how to remove it. Look at Lauren over here listing her gratitude list. I was grateful to speak to my friend on the phone. Grateful to go to this new gym. You got Chipotle for free? Awesome. My dad is getting you a free plane ticket. Girl, that is abundance. And so that is a perfect example. So take that, get it like go out of your way and buy like fancy paper and like put it somewhere that you are often. I have it on my front of my fridge because I'm like always in the kitchen. You can also like put it on your mirror. But the point is just get yourself in that constant like abundant mood. Isabel donated another $5. Awesome. Actually, Isabel, let me just go back to Silly Rabbit. And then I'll go to you because Silly Rabbit donated before you. How does Miguel feel about me? So I think after core, oh, sorry. I already read that person. So after Isabel and Silly Rabbit, I'm probably gonna do a cut it off there. Just for readings, but I'm probably still hang out and chat for a little bit longer and just catch up on all your questions. Sorry. Catch up on your like normal questions, not reading questions. So Silly Rabbit's question, how does Miguel feel about me? Will we finally meet up and move forward with each other in our relationship? So I'm going to ask how he feels about you, and then I'm going to ask how you can manifest it better. I pulled transparency in reverse, and this was the how he feels about you. So it's either he's not being transparent with you or he feels like you're not being transparent with him. I feel like it's the latter. I feel like it's him feeling like you're not being transparent with him. And I feel like that's like a distance thing, like he just doesn't know how you feel, like because you guys don't like interact very much. So he's questioning if like this is the real you, which I wouldn't stress out too much about. I would more try to get in person or get on the phone or get into like a video chat, because this is just like not a good representation of you. because you're just like not together, like you're not in person. To help manifest this better, this is kind of like a heavy card. This is like voyage, crossing deep waters, pilgrimage, journey of the soul. This is like when you really go on like a soul searching moment to try to like fix something in your life. And I feel like this is a soul searching moment to really ask yourself, like, what do you want out of a relationship? Like, I feel like you want a relationship, but you're afraid of the like getting together, the being in the person. Like, there's a lot about that like stresses you out. And it's kind of like coming and facing that of like, okay, well, if I want to be in this relationship, I have to sort of like be okay with these things. Being vulnerable about all of this to him, which makes sense with like the transparency. And if you feel like I'm getting this backwards, like if this is him, that might be the case. Will we finally meet up and move forward? My question is. So yeah, as far as like how he feels about you, I just want to pull any other cards about how he feels about you. They're answering other questions. They're like, don't worry about what he thinks about you. All of these other things are more important. It's like this journey to figure out what you want and like facing the uncomfortableness of being in a relationship, being vulnerable with him about this and like what you want. And like, I'm like seeing this timeline play out for you of like, you finally get in person with him and then just things are just like weird and awkward. And then you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. Why isn't this working? And then you're kind of having to go through this like journey of like, I feel awkward in front of people and I hate this. But I know I want a relationship and I have to like face this in myself and find this confidence. And it's just like, you feel so defeated. You feel like, oh my gosh, like this is never going to get better. But I think that vulnerability, both with yourself and with him, is like the core of this. Just like be honest about what you're feeling and what you're experiencing. And that's just going to make everything better. That's going to solve this thing of him feeling like, okay, she's being transparent. She's being honest with me. You know, you're going to feel like you've finally come to terms with these things that stress you out, make you uncomfortable. And then what's going to happen is this wave of power, this surge of upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. Again, this like group reading that we were like going into beforehand of things like really like getting done for the better, but just know that it like this won't happen without this like journey. And I'm just going to ask like what you can do to help like push this along. And this journey really just feels like facing yourself in the mirror and being like, okay, I suck at this. And that's okay. Sorry, I'm hearing things. Chaos and conflict. It feels like so up in the air right now. But just know that things are up in the air and uncomfortable because they have to settle. It's like I see things like falling back down and then it's like, it's in a much better place now. So go with the uncomfortable feelings, silly rabbit. Just go with it because it's going to push you into a new area that makes you feel uncomfortable. But if you're vulnerable, if you're honest about it, you're going to have a positive forward movement. It might not necessarily be with Miguel, but it's going to affect your other relationships because you're going to just be in a better place moving into them. All right, I'm just going to jump back up to Isabel. Just doing another $5. One, can you do a reading with who my spirit guide names is? I am immediately seeing Isis, Isabel. She's like 1. I feel like you definitely have a lot. If you're feeling like you're resonating with these mermaid cards, I wouldn't be surprised if you had a mermaid. It might be both of us. Don't worry about it, Isabel. You don't have to do anything. I was just curious how you found it so that I can go find it and delete it, but don't worry. Okay, who's my spirit guide's name? So yeah, Isis came through pretty clear. Mermaids, if you're feeling like it. If you feel like those resonate, sorry. Definitely fairies, Isabel. You're definitely one of these people with like mythical creatures. If you're wanting to meet your spirit guides, I do have like a Mad Lib. You guys know those like Mad Libs that you filled out when you were like younger. I have like I did an automatic writing message and it's from your guide, but then I like omitted some words so they're like blanks. And so you don't look at the message. First, you just like go through and pick out the words, and then you plug the words into the message, and then you see this what the spirit guide has to say. That's on my blog. Isabel, I really feel guided for you to like do that. I feel like if you could just like put in the effort to like go through an a shamanic journey, or like really push yourself to do like a guided meditation that's like specifically like meet your spirit guides, I feel like you would get some serious results out of that, Isabel. Because I feel like you have so many. You have this like nymph like creature. She's like a, I can't describe her. She's just like green and like it's like she's made out of water, but it's like earth. It's like flowing earth, and she's like hiding behind like a waterfall. It's really pretty. And she's already telling me like, I'm not going to reveal myself to you. I'm only for Isabel. So you might have to meet her yourself. Just know that the names don't matter quite as much as long as you know their energy. So when they come in, you're like, oh, that's my one guide. Like I have a deer guide that I don't know her name, but I don't need to know her name because I just know every time she comes through, that's her. I'm reading for Isabel really quick because she donated. Family who has passed. They're also like on this bandwagon of like come and meet us. I'm like seeing like a lot of drumming around you, Isabel. I don't know if you could like go to a drumming circle. I feel like I recommend shamanic journeying to everybody, but I just feel like it's so awesome that it's just amazing. But that's like one of the ways I like to connect with my loved ones in spirit. Your family's like a little bit further away, and that's not a bad thing, Isabel. It's more just like I feel like they're off doing other things. I have no idea what they're doing, but it's like important spiritual things. I don't know. There's like a younger man who's like hanging around that's like, don't worry, we're still here. Like, we got you. Feels like a brother or an uncle. And just know that when spirits pass, sometimes they do not like, they don't appear like the same age that like they passed in. So sometimes like you'll see, you know, your grandpa might have died at like 90, but he really comes off like across as like the 18-year-old version of himself. Like I see that happen a lot. And so that's why, again, it's like, don't necessarily connect with the names as much as the personality, but they're like behind a veil, and I'm trying to like figure out what their deal is, but they're just like, they're just off doing other things. They're like a little bit more unreachable. And maybe that's Isabel because you haven't quite called them in and like worked with them as much. And so maybe just do that. Maybe just sit and call them in and ask them to deliver you messages and expect to see them. Yeah, thank you, Isabel, for the donation. I'm just going to ask if there's anything else Isabel needs to know with a card. Fork in the road. This is just about making a choice. You feel like you're stuck, but you're not stuck, Isabel. You have so many choices in front of you, but any choice that you make, you're going to know if it's not going to work. So just make one and go with it. I feel like the reason, okay, I'm getting that, like the reason why your family is like not really coming through, they're like busy getting things ready for you. I don't know what this is, but they're like orchestrating something in the background just for all of you, like all of your family. They're just like, I feel like they're just like working on something, like getting something lined up for you guys. That's kind of cool. Found you through Shadow Bayou. Awesome. I have to thank Joyce. Thanks for coming over here. Please subscribe if you like. I feel like we're just friends now. Hey guys, I'm done with readings for tonight. I was just wrapping up Silly Rabbit and Isabel. Those were my last donations. But if you join me every Tuesday night, I do live readings. Also, you can reach out to me at any time and book a reading through my website. You can pick out a day, time, and if you don't like want to talk with me in person or over the phone or even do a video call, I also do email readings. Oh, wow, you have a lot of experience and knowledge under your belt. I know, it doesn't seem like it because I seem really young, right? I have a whole video on that, but can't wait to see that one. I'm sure that was a video that I was talking about that I already can't remember. Excited to see the video too. What video was I talking about? Oh, thanks, Jenny. I'm probably not going to do a reading, Jenny. Do you want me to like send it back? I'm happy to do that. Or like let me know in the next live and I can give you a reading. Hi Sheila, welcome back. Yeah, I actually just was using PayPal and Venmo, but now that I finally have Super Chat, I'm going to kind of consolidate. But yeah, done for readings for tonight. Sorry, I've been on here for almost longer than 2 hours. Craziness. And it's way past my bedtime. I've just been having too much fun. Yeah, I'll figure out how to delete that link. I think that might be both of us. I feel like I've been the most transparent. It's just been frustrating with him being the confused one when I'm being the more open one, if that makes sense. Absolutely, Silly Rabbit. If you have tarot cards, maybe pull a card and ask, like, why is he so confused? Like, go into that further. Maybe you might find some clarity there. Where is this blog you talk about the Mad Lib? If you go to my website, psychiclauren.com, just go to my blog and search for Mad Lib, and I have like spirit Mad Libs. I only have one up there right now, but I plan on making lots more. I want to make one that's like a message from a loved one. Oh, shoot. You know what? Paranormal. I can't remember if the one that's up there is the one from a spirit guide or the one from a loved one. No, it's from a spirit guide. Yeah. The one that I'm about to make that I really want to make is from like a loved one. So it's like a direct message from your loved one where you sort of like fill in the blanks. Obviously, it's sort of like you're forcing that spirit to connect with you in the lines of this like outline. It's kind of like in a box, but it's still something. Hi, Kelly. Clearing the spirits from your friend's home. Yeah. I'm so excited. Thanks, Michael. That's okay. Sorry, Jenny. Seriously, I will send it back. Like, I don't want. I just now saw it. Otherwise, anytime else that you jump on, be like, hey, I gave you money that one time. Answer my question. Awesome. I'm just going to see what Jenny says really quick. But, and again, guys, if you liked any of my like tarot cards, I have the links for those in the description down below. I also created like an Amazon storefront, which is kind of cool. And it's like, basically I put all the products that I recommend in one spot and I get like a tiny commission off of it. Like it doesn't like upcharge you or anything. But it's kind of cool because then every time I'm like recommending something in one of my videos and you forget, you can just go there and like search all the bajillions of things I've talked about. But yeah, guys, catch me next time. I will be live again next Tuesday. Feel free to follow me on Facebook, on Instagram as well. I'm going to have some full moon stuff prepared for you guys for tomorrow, because tomorrow's a full moon. Just like little rituals that you can do. And then, let's see, I'm also now on TikTok. So I don't know what I'm doing there, but we're figuring out and we're just having fun. And then, yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you want to do a longer reading, if you kind of like my style and if you feel like you resonate with me. Sorry, I'm losing my voice already. And I also have video courses besides like my YouTube videos. So if you're interested in learning about any of that or all my services, events, again, all of it's on my website. I feel like I'm really good at just about like putting everything everywhere in case you need to find something. You got the Zener cards, Kelly. Kelly, I hope you got the ones that are the right ones with color. One day I'm still going to get like the new deck and get the right color deck. That was like the whole thing. I was like, okay, I got the cards in, I made them, and then I sat down and I was like, are you kidding me? I bought the wrong deck. And then I was like, I should just make the video anyway. But yeah, next video coming out this week, I'm going to be talking about how to read tarot cards intuitively. So if you're like, and oracle cards, if you have them, but you feel like, I don't know how to read them and you don't really want to like go through memorizing them, I'm basically giving you guys a bunch of tips on how to read them intuitively. Like reading the faces of the cards, creating a story from them, just kind of like that basic introductory, like how do I use this when I don't have it memorized? So look out for that video this week. I can't remember any of the other videos that I've got coming up. I know I have a medium game still coming up. Like it's a party game that you can play with your friends, and me and my friends played with it. I think it's because I'm recording a bunch more tomorrow, literally. And that's why I'm unaware of what's going on next. I think they're supposed to be purple and black. Yeah, they're supposed to have like each symbol is supposed to have like a different color, I think. I can't remember. But awesome, you guys. Thank you so much for being with me tonight. Thank you so much for subscribing. I love you all. I'm so excited that I'm finally monetized. And I hope that my channel just keeps kind of growing and I can kind of switch it more into doing this full time. Really, my goal is to be giving you guys like tons of videos every week. Like I really want to give you a pick a card reading. I've never done one of those, and I'm desperate to do one. I want to do pick a card readings for you guys. I want to do these live readings, and then I want to be able to do like a new informational video every week. So that's my goal. That's my goal for this year, putting it out into the universe, and again, expecting it to happen, focusing on that positivity, focusing on that abundance. If you guys missed the beginning reading that I did for everybody, definitely check it out, because it's kind of the group energy for tonight and moving forward. I really feel like it's just representative of like our summer that's about to come up. Yay, found the Mad Libs and many more interesting videos. Thanks, Paranormal. Alrighty, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna go to bed, sleep good, have good dreams, and connect to those spirit guides in those dreams. I need something that's like the equivalent of like, don't let the bed bugs bite, but it's like, talk to your spirit guides when you sleep. I don't know. It's not catchy. I'll figure it out. Awesome, guys. Good night. Thank you so much. Bye.